Hello, sixth period. Obviously, I am out today, so I'm going to have you working on Inventor and following some steps in Project Lead the Way. Simple day, I want you to make or render two three-dimensional objects, and I'll show you what those are in a moment. But our objective over the next few days is to be able to use some features in Inventor that will allow us to make more complex objects quicker. So we're going to focus on revolve, holes, and patterns in the next couple days. That's going to be our objective. What are you going to do? You're going to go to Activity 5.5a, CAD Modeling Features in Part 1, and you're simply going to build the rubber handle sleeve, which is so simple. And the more complex one is going to be the T9 axle. The T9 is our little toy car that we keep coming back to and working on parts for. So again, the rubber handle, what we're going to do is learn how to use revolve, and then we're going to apply revolve to building something a little more complex like the T9 axle. Where are the materials, where are the things that we're going to look for in terms of dimensions? Well, it says, first agenda, activity 5.5a. So if I go to Project Lead the Way, here it is, 5.5a. And the thing I want you to build first is this simple little guy. It looks like a grip of a pen. Simple as it is, it needed to be designed in order to be manufactured. So there's some dimensions here. There's kind of a little better idea of how to draw it here. You'll notice there's a construction line, an axis of rotation. So you're going to use the revolve feature to build this. The spirit of it is to use the feature. A lot of you could build this as a cylinder, fillet the edges and punch the center out. That's definitely something to do, a way to go to make something this simple. But the idea is using this revolve feature so that we can make more complex things. The more complex thing would be the axle for our T9 Automoblocks car. This would be very difficult to make and take a lot more time trying to extrude axle or cylinders and extruding or cutting out the middle. So again, I want you to use for this one a revolve feature. And I'll show you how do we get the designs for that. If you go to our classroom page, there's a picture, T9axle.png. And again, you're just going to set up in the sketch this. You're going to revolve it around this axis, and at the very end, you can cut these notches out. All right, so just two things that you're making today. Some resources available for you. Go back to the classroom. First of all, make sure that you make yourself a project file, 5.5. Some of you are still working in the H drive, that's fine. If you're working on a desktop folder with your name on it, that's fine too, but set it up first in Inventor. I've included then that diagram to know how to make the T9 axle, which is right here. And again, search YouTube for help. If I go to YouTube, watch this. There's so many videos up there. I might just say, okay, this is Project Lead the Way, PLTW 5.5, and I'll just see what happens there. And look what happens. There's the rubber sleeve. Here's a tutorial on how to do that. A little more advanced feature that we'll get to, making the tire, the tread patterns, and things like that. Making the wheels that are more complex. If I expand this playlist, you'll notice, hey, here's a rubber sleeve, here's the axle. So there's lots of resources out there, and of course I encourage you to use them. Just because I didn't post any YouTube videos doesn't mean you can't try to find some help there. All right, so in short, your task today is to build and have available in a project file for me to see tomorrow this rubber sleeve and the axle. Okay, all right, good luck.